All right, welcome educators, parents, and all you early learning champions out there. Today, we are jumping right into a brand new explainer, and we're going to explore the incredibly playful, practical possibilities of teaching the letter P to preschoolers. Because, as we know, early literacy isn't just about rote memorization, right? It's about building this immersive, exciting environment where letters literally come to life. And let me tell you, the letter P offers an absolute treasure trove of themes to work with. So here is the roadmap for today's explainer. We've got 5 crucial steps. Meet the letter P, sounds and vocabulary, sequencing and storytelling, hands-on sensory play, and finally, books, crafts, and snacks. Okay, let's kick things off with Section 1. Meet the letter P, foundation and formation. We absolutely have to start with the foundational mechanics. The letter P is a consonant, and what makes it so special and honestly so fun for early learners is that it produces this highly engaging popping sound. Preschoolers completely love mimicking this with their lips. When you're teaching this, get them to really push that little puff of air out of their mouths. Pa, pa, pa. You can even pretend you're popping popcorn together or clap your hands to the rhythm. By making this sound super physical, you immediately capture a busy toddler's attention.
And that popping energy translates perfectly into how we physically teach the writing strokes. Notice the contrast here. For the tall uppercase P, we teach them to start at the top, draw a straight line down past the middle, then lift, and curve straight back to the middle with a bump to the right. But for the lowercase p, the mechanics totally shift, right? We start in the middle, draw a line straight down past the floor, go back near the middle, and circle round. Actually, a brilliant pro tip from our sources is to have kids skywrite these shapes. Have them use their fingers to literally trace the uppercase and lowercase letters in the air before ever touching a pencil to paper.
Moving right along to Section 2, sounds and vocabulary, building the lexicon. So when we're building that lexicon, we can intentionally categorize our vocabulary to teach phonetic placement. By visually and audibly separating words that begin with P from those that end with P, we're helping children isolate that popping sound in entirely different phonetic contexts. For example, have them listen for the P sound at the beginning of a story, maybe a cute little pig playing a piano at a penguin party. Then completely contrast that by having them listen for the P sound at the end of words. Think of taking a trip with a map to a swamp. This kind of auditory discrimination is a massive, absolutely crucial stepping stone for eventual reading fluency. Now, when you're picking your daily themes for the classroom or your living room, try to use these high engagement words. Because let's be real, negotiating with a toddler is a whole lot easier when pizza or pirates are involved. A really fun idea is to create a letter P sound jar. You fill it with small toys representing a pumpkin, a panda, or a parrot, and you pull them out one by one. The more fun and relevant the vocabulary is to their little worlds, the deeper that phonetic connection becomes. Section 3, sequencing and storytelling. Narrative cognition. Let's look at how all this vocabulary builds into something much larger. You see, storytelling isn't just about reading words on a page. It's this golden opportunity to teach kids how to use chronological sequencing words. We want them grasping the concepts of first, second, third, next, and finally. This is exactly how children begin to understand order, logic, and timelines. And those are skills that are foundational, not just for literacy, but for math and science down the road, too. To put this into practice, we can use a fun animal story called The Perfect Picnic. You just map out the arrivals. First, Pam the panda arrives with pizza. Second, the platypus bringing peanut butter. Third is the peacock with a pineapple. Fourth, the parrot swoops in with pumpkin pie and pears. And finally, the panther arrives with popcorn. By mapping this out visually, you are actively engaging their memory and comprehension skills, all while completely immersing them in the letter P. It's a win-win. Which brings us to a really important question. You've got the sounds, you've got the vocabulary, and you've got the stories. But how do we truly cement this knowledge into a preschooler's busy, highly distractible brain? Well, this powerful quote from our educational sources hits the nail on the head. The more kids can move, create, and engage with the letter through the senses, the better they'll remember it. Early learning literally has to be a full body experience. A child sitting still and just listening is only going to absorb so much. They need to touch it, mold it, and physically experience it. And that perfectly tees up Section 4, hands-on sensory play, tactile learning. Getting messy and actively using those fine motor skills is where the magic really happens. Just look at this list of multi-sensory activities. Whether it's digging through a bin of colorful sensory rice to find missing pet puzzle pieces like a parrot or a puppy, or rolling out Play-Doh into long snakes to manually form the uppercase and lowercase letter P, these activities perfectly reinforce the physical shape of the letter. You could use tongs to sort pom-poms, which secretly builds the hand strength they'll need for holding a pencil later. Or try placing pennies under a piece of paper and having them rub a crayon over it to reveal the hidden shape. Every single one of these activities connects the brain right to the hands.
Finally, we arrive at Section 5, Books, Crafts, and Snacks, the final touches. We can round out this comprehensive lesson plan by seamlessly integrating the letter P right into our reading nooks. Reading these specific themed books provides rich contextual examples of the letter in action, all while keeping the kids highly entertained. I mean, books like If You Give a Pig a Pancake or The Pigeon Wants a Puppy are absolute classroom favorites for a reason. They repeat the target sounds naturally and hilariously. It turns a simple read-aloud session into a covert phonics lesson. And you can easily tie the whole shebang together with themed crafts and snacks. Picture this: you sit down at the art table to decorate a paper letter P so that it looks like a pirate, complete with an eye patch and a parrot sidekick. Then you transition to the kitchen for snack time, where you hand out pretzels. But instead of just eating them right away, you have the child arrange those pretzels into mathematical patterns. Big pretzel, small pretzel, big pretzel, small pretzel. It's an absolutely amazing way to sneak a little early math and logic right into your literacy explainer. So we've covered phonics, handwriting, sequencing, sensory play, and storytelling. With all of these fantastic tools now in your pocket, I've got to ask, which of these perfectly playful activities will spark the most joy and learning for your child today? Will it be digging for parrots in a rice bin or popping like a penguin? Get out there and make learning the alphabet an unforgettable adventure.